Cochise County is located in southeastern Arizona, and the Friends Southwest Center, or FSC, is in south central Cochise County near the village of McNeil, Arizona. McNeil is roughly 125 miles southeast of Tucson, Arizona, and has a population of about 200 people and is approximately 4,200 feet above sea level in a semi-arid climate that is cooler than Tucson. Friends Southwest Center is 2 miles south of McNeil and is a 65-acre parcel with a Quaker meeting house, a central well, a peace park, and several homes. Established in 1975, the community supports various social justice actions through donations and activities.
What follows is my attempt to summarize all of Quaker experience and expression, 378 years as of 2025, in 2 minutes or less. First, start with the word spices. That's actually an acronym for the 6 pillars of Quaker belief. S stands for simplicity. P stands for peace. I is for integrity. C is for community. E is for equality. And the final S is for stewardship or sustainability. So that's one way to think about it. Now, I have to say that some of my very best languaging emerges from the very silence, from the abyss, that is part of Quaker worship. Usually when we talk about religious experience and expression, we're using a lot of words. I believe this, you believe that, where all I need to do is listen, be open and receptive. In fact, something really wonderful happens when I quiet myself down, soul, spirit, body, and I listen to what emerges, what's bubbling up from spirit, from the depths, from the community around me. You know, if it's not greater, I know it's wider and larger than myself. And this we could call the transformative Quaker practice of simply being in the world. This is how Quakers have been spicing up the creation for 378 years.
Hi, my name's Peggy Lynn, and I live at Friends Southwest Center. Been living there for the last 15 years, and it's a wonderful community. People join in, and we work together and play together. And I'm an artist, and living there is very inspiring. The landscape is expansive. I have a studio where I do sculpture work, also landscape painting, because it's so inspiring. It's a great place. And I made a sculpture that's standing in the garden. She's a garden goddess, and she looks over the place. And I made her with found objects. I think she might even have a gallon paint container as a head and springs as breasts. And she stands watch over the garden, over the asparagus. And we've got a beautiful garden, an orchard that produces peaches and apricots, figs and apples. It's a great place to be and to live and to be inspired by each other and the landscape. I'm very happy there.
My name is Lynn Gray, and I'm a member of Friends Southwest Center in McNeil, Arizona. I'd like to talk about silence and solitude. Silence is a big part of Quaker life. We have silent worship on Sundays, and from that silence comes the teaching or consolation that each of us is meant to hear that day. It's in silence that we make sense of our experiences at a much deeper level, which is the only way that allows them to change or awaken us. without resting our mind in silence, even for just a moment. We react to what's going on around us rather than responding in a way that's beneficial. Silence is a deep intelligence that we all have within us. Withdrawing from the noise of the world and abiding in solitude is a wonderful way to allow that silence. This doesn't mean going on a 3-week retreat by oneself, although it could. For most of us, that would be impossible. There's our family and our work life calling for our attention. The idea of everyday people being allowed the respite of solitude may sound absurd in this day and age, but it is possible, and I would say essential, once we recognize its value. Solitude doesn't mean being alone. Quite the contrary. In solitude, in silence, we allow Spirit to come and sit with us, have a chat, and see where the conversation leads. One could say that each person sitting in the Quaker meeting house on a Sunday morning is abiding in their own solitude, communing with Spirit, with God, and with the Creator in the language of silence.
My name is Hilda.
Okay.
I live in Quaker.